All right, Saints Nation, you ready to do this again? We have ourselves St. Clair up against Kings once again, this time in the lower bracket finals, looking to punch their ticket into the lower side of Grands. Last time these two teams played, King were able to withstand the 2-1 lead that the Saints had in the series and secure it. Or no, the one, was it? Yeah, it was a 2-1 lead, yeah. Long day. Give me a break. But yeah, it was able to secure the 2-1 lead, bring the comeback all the way into a Game 5 with an overtime, and win that one by 1. Saints looking for revenge. They want to go up against Oakland, who is currently sitting pretty on the winner's side of Grands. Just one more series stands in the way between them and the possibility of getting into the CRL. They've definitely been turning it on the last couple of games, but of course, Kings are no slouch. Here we go. First minute or so, rather quiet, but it's going to be the same roster that we saw here from Kings. We've got Matt, we've got Frost, and then we do have, why am I throwing a blank on the other one? Sure, we'll see them in just a moment's time. Colt, yes, Colt, the game-winning goal scorer on the side of Kings from that overtime game. Still sticking around. Everyone's been playing for a while here. We've started at 12 o'clock, and, well, we're going on almost 5 at this point here, so that's a lot of Rocket League, to say the least here. I know everybody's excited. I was taking a look at the Saints Discord a little bit earlier prior to this match happening, and it looks like even the Saints Gold roster having themselves a little bit of a viewing party, even hopping in the call prior to this match happening, psyching their squad up. So that's what we'd love to see here. And I see the little stream watch party going on. Hello, Gold team. Hope all's going well. But nonetheless, halfway through game number 1, to be fair, been kind of quiet to say the least. Neither team having that killer moment to say the least. But now, Ramen, redirection. This is on target. Can they reach it? Matt is going to be right there on the wall. Deny that one for the time being. Stops Kamal as well. And actually, a lot of Saints are kind of splatting right here. And with one more down, it's going to be all up to Kamal, who is going to be able to make the save, but Colts is instantly going to tackle him for it. Now, shot going to be redirected. A little bit of a slow ball towards the net, but it's going to be a big save from Ramen to shut Matt down. Another centering attempt here. That was Frost this time, nearly finding a perfect positioning here. Shot another one right off the post this time here. Kings are kind of starting to get their groove, and that's a little scary. Matt going to secure the first goal of this series after just enough shots went towards the net that the Saints were caught out of position. Quite the bounce, too. That right side wall with a beam of a pass over to him. And now, a familiar territory here, unfortunately, here for the Saints Green squad. Trailing King early. Still 2 minutes left on the clock. Everybody on this King squad is an absolute threat. We had talked about it a little bit sooner, or a little bit later, excuse me. A little bit earlier, that's the word that I'm looking for. A little bit earlier in the broadcast that this King squad has just been so good because there hasn't been necessarily a single standout. Rather than everybody was standing out at one time or another. Like Colts may have found himself the game-winning goal, to say the least. But, like, what was it? It was Frost. Frost was the one who was making a bunch of plays early. Matt was pretty consistently in the play across the series. Just everybody on this King squad can be an absolute unit, an absolute threat at any moment, which is always terrifying. It's not just reliant on like 1 or 2 people. But that being said, we got to rely on one person to say the least, and it's going to be Ramen to start things off here for St. Clair to tie this one up after a nice little pass from the skies from Kamal. Bounces it down and secures it pretty close to the center of the net. Nobody home from King. So now, minute left on the clock, and we're pretty much right where we started off. And the past series that we saw during the upper bracket, it started off a 4-0 for one team, 4-0 for the other team. Then overtime, 1-goal game, overtime. Like, it just does not get any closer than that, and it looks like we're just going to start things off as a 1-goal game. I'd be very surprised to see one team score more than one, as we see a big demo onto Kamal. Instant revenge kill, basically, from Ramen, and as soon as Fusion tries to make a breakout play, gets taken down from behind by Colt. Right back into the King zone. We now have Fusion up to the sky. This is looking like it's on target. Drop shot is going to be stopped by Matt. Right back to the backboard. K-Frost up into the skies alongside Colt. Kamal going to push that one aside, pick up the boost, and get ready to go. Ramen gets past the one defender. Time ticking down. Overtime on the horizon. And just a couple of seconds, but it looks like the side of Kings want maybe one more opportunity. And oh my, one more shot there from St. Clair after a solid defense. Looks like it was going on target, but it is overtime. Kamal picks it up. Brings it into the crease, going to be picked up by Matt for a second. Good denial at the line here by Fusion to keep it inside the King zone. Ramen picks it up, a bad clearing attempt there from the side of Kings. Almost punished them. K-Frost, though, with the save, going to keep them in this game. Ramen off the board is going to come in pretty quickly, however. The Saints are both just going to double send, unfortunately. And it's going to leave the net wide open, and K-Frost is going to eat that up for days. And that's going to be King taking game one. All right, apologies for the silence. Trying to operate the stream while also deal with security. But here we go. We are in for game number 2, and we are starting off with a bang. Kings, of course, up 1 after that first game. Saints nearly put themselves up ahead in game number 2 here, but not quite going to end up finding it. Fusion in the center, wide open net. He's going to secure it. May not have gotten it the first time, but second time around, Saints are going to clutch it, as that's just a crawling ball through the skies. Slow ball, and it's going to be Fusion just beaming it down. Dead center. Saints take an early lead. Off the face-off, it's going to be Kamal going into the crease, looking to slow it down, mess around a little bit. One shot saved by Matt. The other one, Ramen, not quite going to make contact. Kamal, another pop fly. Right now, I mean, it's still extremely early. Do not get me wrong, but the Saints are just on full throttle. All the pressure in the world, it seems like, until finally now, Kings are able to clear it for at least a moment. K-Frost looking to set this up. Actually, good positioning. Knocks it down. Going to hit the crossbar. And Matt's rebound does not quite hit its mark. Right back into the Kings zone we go. Colts is with it, but drops it down. It's actually going to drop down right in front of Fusion. Fusion going to pick it up for at least a second. Frost going to pick it up instead, however. Gets past 1, gets past 2, but is not going to be able to get past Ramen. Matt, shot, looking high, looks for the redirect. Beautiful shot from K-Frost to tie this one up. That shot was initially going to be crossbar or above, but a beautiful redirection is going to get past Fusion, get past the crossbar, and just unfortunately there for Kamal, could not get the angle on it. So we have ourselves a tie game. Feisty off the start there, a little bit of demos, but now we have Matt dropping it through. A little bit of an awkward save actually coming out there from Kamal. It is going to end up getting out of there, but it was definitely nerve-wracking to say the least. Nice shot, and it's not going to be the save. 2 goals now here for Fusion after a huge pass from Kamal. Ramen to Kamal, right over to Fusion. K-Frost gets just unfortunately had the right idea, but jumped a little too soon. tucks it underneath them. Is that the equivalent of a 5-hole? I think so. I don't know how you necessarily go 5-hole on a car, but you know what I mean. That's going to be the Saints in the lead. Right back into the St. Clair zone, and Matt literally wasting no time with it. That was an absolute mess in front of the Saints net there. It sends it. I think it goes off the corner. What happens here? Oh, it bounced off of Kamal. And, I mean, sometimes that happens just by crossing through the crease, right? And Kings are absolutely going to take those. And what a way to tie things up. Saints may have had the momentum. Goals like that can really shake it. But I'm sure they're still in fine spirits. Lots of support on their side here at home, of course. I would imagine the same thing here for Kings as well. Do not get me wrong, but from the hometown side here, I'm a little biased. Kamal keeping it in, going to do it twice actually. Doesn't have any more boost though, so no more play available. Fusion is ready to line it up, but it's going to be Colt messing with it a little bit. Matt going to get the pass, going to be denied by Ramen. K-Frost trying to get there, not going to get there in time. Ramen does get the demo on Frost, but honestly, Frost, the job was done. Got it out of there, cleared it out. Halfway through this game, 2-2 so far in this battle. We knew these teams were going to give us a banger, and we're absolutely getting that here this afternoon. Into the St. Clair zone we go, right above the net. Not quite going to be threatening as of yet, but Frost is looking to change that. No boost in the tank, however, means it's going to go to Fusion. And then off to Matt, actually, who does get a little bit of an interception. Frost hunting for goalies. Not going to find it this time by, though. Wise on the Saints to take to the skies quicker than normal, just to avoid that, because that could have been troublesome. Ramen off the wall, and the Fusion's not going to win that drag race. That's going to put it right up front. Frost with the shot, not quite going to get a piece of it. Good stop by Ramen. Colt, however, picks it right back up. Minute 30 left to go in this second game. Still tied up. Kamal taking his time, just waiting for the Kings member to just punt him from behind, but it's not going to be the case this time, it looks like. Ramen right back into the Kings zone, picked up by Frost. Doesn't necessarily have a heck of a lot of boost, but still made it work. Kamal now up in the skies. Matt meets him there, but it just gets passed right to Fusion. One-on-one with Colts, but Frost gets back right in the nick of time. Big save by Frost, but the pressure is still on here for Saints. Does manage to cross the halfway point. Ramen just going to knock it right back in, off to Fusion. That was two members from Kings up in the skies right now, probably starving for a little bit of boost. The opportunity is there for Saints to maybe make the play, but if anything, it's actually Kings making the play, and that is going to force Fusion to make a major save to keep Saints tied up here, 2-2. Just over 30 seconds left to go here in this one, and right now, Kings are with all the momentum. The shot from Frost was a whiff. That is an absolute heartbreaker there for Kings. Either he slowed it down too much or just missed the ball entirely. Heartbreaker scenario there. That could have put this game in or this entire series rather, in a 2-0 scenario here for Kings. This is keeping St. Clair in the round here for game number 2. 10 seconds left to go till overtime. Three, 2, 1. Here goes. It's going to hit the ground. So sure enough, overtime for game number 2. Oh dear, here we go again. Fusion drag racing here with Frost. It's going to bounce off each other. That ball basically went nowhere. But Matt has the better of it. Shot opportunity. Going to go wide. Matt with the rebound. No, it's going to be pushed aside, actually. It's going to be Colt who's just going to dump it right back in. Dangerous spot here for your Saints. Right in the crease, but it is not quite going to find any sort of shot. Goes past half, only to be picked right back up with Frost. Drops in front. Right back into the corner, now into the crease once again. Saints eventually were able to clear that one out, thankfully, there for them. But now, Matt in his own zone has some boosts to work with. Where are they going to find the pass? They actually get the demo on the Fusion, too. Breakout opportunity, but Frost goes down. That was the shooter. Good timing there from Kamal. That would have been brutal. I think there was one person in net, but that would have been a hard play to stop. And with the demo, taking the player out of that play was just fantastic. Frost in the corner, centering pass, nearly getting picked up by Matt, but it's going to be defended. Fusion looking to get past one, does get past one, but could not get past the second defender. It goes right back into the St. Clair zone. Shot goes wide. Where's the rebound? Where's Matt? Not quite there. If there's anything, that's actually a bit of a triple commit. Confusion win the one-on-one. Is not going to get past Colt. Ramen's not going to be able to touch that one. Where is Fusion? He's the only player back right now. Bit of a 2-on-1 right now here for a side of Kings. Shot, or cross rather, shot is going to be extremely weak actually. Did not get as much of it as they were expecting. This now does allow Kamal to try and pass this off, but Frost with the interference once again at the center line is going to make things difficult. Fusion sends it over. This pass is an absolute rocket though. Right back all the way into the King zone. And Saints shot goes wide. Is there a rebound? That's coming in hot. It's crawling. It's nearly getting there, but not quite going to get it. Right on the line once again, but now the Saints have a little bit of pressure. Not going to end up making it work, however. It's right past the center line once again. 2 minutes into this overtime. We're basically halfway into a game 3 at this point, with the way this game is going. But back and forth, not quite going to end up coming to fruition here. Bit of an awkward pass here from Kamal. Goes all the way back into the St. Clair zone with Matt on hot pursuit. Centering pass. Shot. Goes wide though. Frost, one of the dangerous, this entire Kings roster is dangerous, don't get me wrong. But as of late, has been absolutely killing it so far. Shot on target there from Matt. Goes wide. Shot from Frost. Goes wide. Ramen picks it up. Tries to get out of the zone, but it comes right back into the Saints net. Crossbar, hello, how you doing? It's been like a minute since I last saw you. And we are right back to hitting the bar once again. Still stuck in the Saints zone. Finally crossing over midfield, but only just. Actually, he also get in the midfield. It's going to crawl all the way in. Fusion with the hat trick to finish off game 2. Unfortunate for Frost, just did not get the right position to stop that one. Highway robbery coming out here from Fusion. And that's exactly what St. Clair was looking for to keep themselves in this series from going over, or going down rather, 2-0. This game was something else to say the least. This is a best of 5. This is game 2. I'm already losing my voice. Heck, it's worth it. We have ourselves so many shots in each of these games. Fusion absolutely clutching it out here with that highway robbery right on the centerpiece, right on the Pokeball of sorts of that center. Love to see it. Holy moly. It's Rocket League. Who needs a break, right? Let's hop into game number 3 right away. Can you imagine if hockey players or something, they had their intermissions and they just took not even 10 seconds for a drink and just called it a new period? I mean, it'd be a heck of a exciting time, but we'd be in and out of there in under an hour. Or in like an hour. But anyway, that aside, we have ourselves a 3rd game to cast here in this best of 5. All tied up 1 apiece. These 2 teams putting on a fantastic show once again. And right now, St. Clair are the ones with not the possession, but at least have it into the King zone. Does get sent right back out. Kamal carrying it, looks to try and get rid of Colts. Actually, just straight up demos Colts, to be completely honest with you. Now, possible break opportunity for Ramen. They're waiting for the shot, and I like that Ramen's slowing it down, but is there anybody there to take the shot? Not quite, and if anything, he's going to get himself demoed for it. So wise plays coming out here from the King squad, not getting overzealous, and just waiting for the play from the offender before actually making their own move. And we have ourselves a shot from Kings. Going to be stopped once again by Kamal. Frost was in the corner with it. However, this is going to get cleared right back out over to Matt. Matt over to, I believe that was Colts, who's flying into the net right now. Nearly finding the opportunity, but could not quite stick it. Matt knocking it down. Fusion from below is going to shark him to at least make sure that he didn't get the shot that he was looking for. But that being said, Saints are stuck right now. This is a very dangerous position. Last minute or so, they just have not been able to get out. Or at least get out for more than like a minute, or not a minute, more than a couple seconds. Frost, the pass out front, not going to be there. And we have ourselves another open net scenario, and Fusion, welcome back. How about 4 in a row here for St. Clair? And a very similar scenario where there's so much offense happening on the side of Kings that nobody's home on defense. What a way to start off game number 3. Saints take the lead. And right back in, I look away for literally a split second. Let's make that 5 in a row here as Fusion from the pass from Kamal. Just right from his own zone even. Just going to dump it on through, tuck it under the crossbar. And uh-oh, this third game might be kind of running away here for Kings. They have to answer and have to answer back. Otherwise, there's a chance that this third game could be a wash before it even feels like they really have the chance to get started. That was almost a close opportunity, though. Not only is Fusion on the scoreboard side of things for goals, but now add a save to that one. A big save there onto the offender from the side of Kings. Now Matt looking to bring this right on through. I think Raman's the only one back here for St. Clair for at least a split second. Ball in the corner of the Saints zone. Dumped on through. Definitely a threatening one at that. It's going to be Frost trying to clear. Misses the clear. Shot from Raman does go wide, however. Shot from Kamal, though. And Kamal's going to get another one, or his first one here of game number 3. Saints are running away with game number 3 after just absolutely probably feeling the euphoria after that second game overtime win. They are taking that momentum, running for it, and just keeping that momentum going. Halfway and a mountain to climb here for this side of Kings. Definitely not impossible, but this is going to be extremely difficult. The Saints have been feeling high off of just extreme happiness and excitement, to say the least, over the last couple of minutes. That is going to be tough to deal with. And if there's anybody I know who is just absolutely ridiculous when it comes to playing with high momentum, it is Fusion. The guy starts feeling himself. He starts getting fancy, and if you let him get fancy and score, you're not going to be stopping him. That being said, though, this entire Saints roster just absolutely threatening right here, right now. And to be fair, might as well start getting some demos into the play. Raman going to be taken out for just a second. Ball going to be dumped on in. Kamal actually lines it up a little bit, but good save Raman. Matt with the rebound, and it all starts with 1. Matt is going to get the first goal here for King after getting the rebound. K-Frost, and if the initial shot does get stopped by Raman, but then Fusion tries to get back, could not quite get back in time. Nicely done there by Matt. Captain clutch indeed. Going to put his team on the board. Minute 30 still left to go. Kamal going to slow play this a little bit just to kill off a little bit more time. To be fair, the urgency is not in their pocket. They don't have to score right now. And honestly, if the side of the Kings do end up going down here in game number 3, I'd honestly recommend that they just take a timeout, to be fair. Kill some of this momentum. There's not a lot of teams that like to do that, but you're allowed, I think, 3 minutes or 2 minutes or something between games. Take it. And then, okay, especially if things like this are going to be happening, Raman going to get himself on the board here after a bit of an interception in the midfield. What happens here? Matt just basically centered it for him, and then Raman got his own pass. The post may have denied him once, but not going to deny him again. 4-1. Saints continue to just extend this lead here versus Kings. And the way this is going, Saints can keep this up. We could be in for the long haul here. We have not seen Saints Green play Oakland, I do believe. I shouldn't be thinking about that, though. We still have ourselves another game after this, to say the least, and we know how this Green roster is in match point scenarios, so help me God. So we still have some more Rocket League to go here, of course. With 30 seconds left on the clock, I called a 2-goal lead on Mountain, let alone a 3. So Kings is probably a little bit out of reach at this one, unless they can pull off a miracle. And to be fair, they're going to be starting something off here. Shot is on target, going to be pushed aside by Raman. And one more opportunity, but as time starts to tick down, this one is going to be curtains for game number 3. Saints, after having 2 extremely close games here versus Kings in a row, going to instantly kill that off with a very dominating 4-1 win in game number 3. And that is going to put Kings right back into the hot seat, which, like I was saying before, they are absolutely no stranger to. And to be fair, look at the shots from Saints and then from Kings this time. Matt himself had 5 shots, let alone the other 3 shots from Colts and Frost. Then we have the Saints. They're literally snipers. 1 shot, 1 goal. 4 goals, 4 shots. Beautifully done. And lots of saves as well here on the side of St. Clair. And it looks like, honestly, good on Kings. This is exactly what I was talking about. They wouldn't have heard me because we are in the 3-minute delay here on the broadcast. So they would not be able to inadvertently get some sort of coaching. Although if a Rocket League team is using what I'm saying as coaching, then I am extremely thankful and blessed, and I will feed my ego. No, I'm just kidding. But I like that they took their time, to say the least, going at this next one. And recuperate yourself a little bit, because this is the tournament right here on the line once again. It was different when it was back in winners and you're in this position. Like, deja vu could very well happen again. This is exactly what Saints did in the last time these two played. Game 4. Grand Finals within reach. But can the Saints clutch it up to get there? That is going to be the question in this game. Frost with the shot on target, going to be stopped by Fusion. We're going to bring this up to center. Matt is ready and waiting in the sky. He's not going to let this go too far in, but Robin there. Robbery passes it over the Fusion. Fusion shot on target, saved by Colts. Kamal up in the skies. Matt just straight up whiffed it, but unfortunately there for Kamal, just could not quite get the touch on it that he was looking for. Kamal, shot is going towards the net, to be fair. Frost with the save. Fusion right back through the crease we go. And now here's an opportunity here for Kings. They're moving on forward down the right-hand side. Frost looking to beat out Fusion, but Fusion with a good stop. Right now, Kamal with the clearing attempt, going to be stopped here by Colts, going to keep it in the Saints zone for at least a moment. Nobody on Kings really touching it as of this moment in their corner. Finally do. Matt going to try and clear this one out, and so far successful. Big pass, big play, but big save from Fusion. What a passing play coming out here from Kings. That was a rocket. Colts moving up forward. Matt with the shot again, but Rahman answers it before the best touch possible was there. Frost with the ball. Currently drag racing one of the Saints defender, or Saints attackers rather. Matt puts it on net. Rahman there, however, right back into the King zone. Going to be picked up here by Colts. Rahman using this as a tee-off, basically. Sends it towards the net. No contact, however. Shot from Fusion. Going to be stopped from Matt, though. Pop fly towards the crease. Rahman looking to put it through. Colts going to deny it. Kamal drops it forward. Fusion is there. Can he get a piece of it? He's going to try. Shot. Scores! Fusion going to come in clutch once again as Kamal lobs it through. Bounce pass. And this is going to be right in the top left-hand side, and that's exactly what St. Clair needed here. The momentum, I've been talking about it like constantly here in this broadcast, but right now, Saints are still feeling it. Off the face-off, however, we're going right back into the Saints zone. It's going to be a little bit troublesome here as Kings just peppering shots off the backboard, but they cannot quite find one to actually get towards the net. Matt looking to change that. Rahman is there on defense, however. Good save. Right back into the King zone now. Frost with it, going to be putting it towards net. This will make contact with the backboard. Rahman just going to straight up take Matt right out of the play. That's one way to do it. So now, Colts trying to make something happen from the Saints corner. Matt keeping it there. It's making Saints a little bit uncomfortable, but this isn't necessarily a threatening spot. Awkward bounce going towards the net of Kings, but it's going to be picked up by Colts. That's an awkward bounce, centering pass actually, and there's nobody home. Is there somebody going to be able to get there? That's going to be the post. That would have been an absolute heartbreaker from Kings had that gone on in, but it was just slightly wide. Rahman, centering pass. Anybody home? No, it's going to be Matt, actually. Pick things up, but it's going to be denied. Right back towards the Kings net. Colts gets denied here by Kamal. Fast bouncing ball through the crease of the Kings zone. Just trying to clear this out, but that's Fusion up there. Dropping it down. Rahman off the backboard. Can he get his own rebound? He's going to try. Puts it through the center, but it's not going to be actually on target. Matt gonna solo this one in, looks for his own shot, but it's actually going to be Ramen to stop that. But we're going right back towards the crease. Slow ball, Matt, shot, it's on the line, but nobody is gonna be able to touch this one on the side of Kings to put it through. Saints are hanging on by the skin of their teeth, and there's only a minute 15 left to go. Right on in there for Kings, but a good little denial from Ramen to stop Colts from just straight up walking this one through. Like a quarterback sneak of sorts, just tried to sneak it through. Did not work that time by, but it's still in the St. Clair zone. This is still far from comfortable. This is an extremely close game. One defender down. Matt does not get it taken from a shot. Double shot, save! Multiple saves coming out here from the side of St. Clair, and it will be cleared, but not quite out of the zone. Frost, full boost. Ready to make the play. Right in the crease. Colts they're just kind of single-handedly, they're trickling in right now with these one-on-one opportunities. I mean, they're sending it towards the net, but right now it seems like the Saints have their number. Gets past one. Frost off the backboard, passing it forward, is crawling, but it's going to be Fusion with the save. It's still there, but nobody on the side of Kings get it. Robin, can he run this one all the way home? He will! 2-0 for St. Clair here in game number 4. They have to survive for 12 more seconds, and the momentum on the side of Kings, the willpower is shattered. Matt with the GGs already. This game is still on, but I do not blame you. A heartbreaker at its own right, but St. Clair in just a second will punch their way to Grands unless Kings can pull off a miracle. Not going to be the case. The rematch successful. Grand Finals achieved. St. Clair Saints Green going up against Oakland in the Grand Finals of CRL East Qualifier number 2. Holy smokes. That is what we like to see. I mean, this green roster all day has been just putting on a show here for everybody tuning in at home. And I've never seen them go up against Oakland, but I don't know what to think. They've taken down Virginia, a past CRL team. They got the rematch onto Kings, which of course they only lost to begin with up in winners, literally by a thread. Game 5 overtime. And they made that last game look mighty decisive. And this, of course, is the pathway here. Oakland sitting on winner's side. Saints still have a mountain to climb because the way this tournament is set up, this is going to require a bracket reset for us to get into the CRL. Oakland have not dropped a series all like set long. You have to lose twice to get knocked out of the tournament. Or lose 2 best of 5s, rather. So we still have a ways to go. This match is scheduled for 4:40. It's literally 5:15. I need a coffee or something. We're going to go to a very quick break before we get into this Grand Finals matchup. Holy crap, we're in Grands. We'll see you in a few.